Good morning, guys. It's hump day. And yeah, man, listen, I'm going to drop something on you guys today. I want to share something with you that I don't hear a lot of people speaking about. But if I bring some value to you guys, man, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel so that I can keep bringing you this incredible insight based on my 20 years being in this industry. Or I'm going to also be dropping some e-commerce stuff on you pretty soon. That'll be coming. We want to stay focused right now. So listen, here's a quick story about something that recently happened, okay? And there's a lesson in this. So what I don't hear a lot of people speaking about when it comes to business ownership, specifically real estate business ownership, because this is a business, is, man, you have to have the ability to make some decisions. And not everybody's going to understand why you're making them. But when you make a decision, part of leadership, being an effective leader, is making decisions and standing on those decisions. So let me tell you about something that happened to me recently. So I've just finished a rehab. And I'm gonna, refinance the property, pull some cash out, go buy some more properties. But a big part of that process is how the appraisal comes back, right? So they sent a guy out here from a company. I won't say the name of the company. He's an older gentleman. I don't have no problem with that, but I always like to be present during my appraisals because, they're human. They can miss things, important things that can affect the outcome of your evaluation. Now, in my case, man, this was a long project, man. My wife had some health issues, not to put her business out there, but, doing the whole rehab of this project, I've gone through probably 6 contractors. I mean, this was a big project, okay? We probably spent 6 figures rehabbing this project. And so that makes it all the more important to get someone that's going to be fair, someone that's going to look at highest and best use for the property and give you a fair evaluation. Now, I told you that I like to be present for my appraisals, and I do. And so I was here for this one, and I engaged the appraiser in conversation, making sure that, kind of where his mindset is on the property. And without getting into too much detail, throughout my 20 years of being in this business, I've never felt a sense of uncertainty like I felt with this guy. One of the major things that I picked up on was what I consider to be neighborhood bias. I showed him a recent appraisal in March, that was done in March from a property across the street. Almost the same age. That house is a little bigger than mine. It does not have as much work done to it as I've done. But our lot sizes are almost the same. Our zoning is the same. And I started kind of picking up cues from this guy that he felt like that the appraiser that done the appraisal was not as credible, I guess, as his firm was that he worked for. And I also started picking up on the comps that were used were in better neighborhoods, and those were not comparable to these. And, this particular neighborhood that some of the comps came from was in a neighborhood that he felt was an exclusive neighborhood. The houses are the same age, same style colonials, almost same thing, except, I guess the demographics are just slightly different. But this particular house that I'm in, now, it's on a street with, a high value commercial property as well, right? A block down the road. You can go 3 streets that way and, run into downtown. But he felt, and he expressed it that, I'm not going to use those comps because, those rents are a lot better. And so I don't think those are comparable. So already he's telling me that he feels like, for whatever reason, that my project, my house that's surrounded by all of this commercial real estate should be comped with something a little different than the house that's on the appraisal that was just done in March. So I'm going somewhere with this. And here's where it gets to the point where I say, you as a business owner have to stand on what you stand on. Now, I'm paying $800 for this appraisal. Now, my stance with the lender is this. I canceled the appraisal. I said, listen, I don't feel that this guy is capable of coming back with an unbiased, fair appraisal. So therefore, since I'm paying for the appraisal, I'm requesting a different appraiser. You can cancel that. The appraisal hasn't been done. We'll just go with a different company. I have not gotten their decision back, but here's what I'm willing to do. If my lender tries to force me to roll the dice and possibly take a chance of this guy giving me some appraisal that's based on his, his bias. Oh, and just as a side note, an appraisal is an opinion, but that opinion alone, as you know, opinions are based upon people's feelings. That opinion alone could follow your property and really hurt the valuation of your property if it's not done fairly. So I'm not willing to roll the dice just based on the conversation. Hey, maybe he will be fair, maybe he won't, but there's 1,000 other appraisers out there. Give me another appraiser from a different company. I have not gotten a report from him. So therefore, we don't have to kick the appraisal out because we haven't gotten it yet. But I just don't want to take the chance of an unfair appraisal being attached to my property. Now, I could be wrong. Could I be wrong? Maybe. Is it worth taking the chance? Absolutely not, especially when I'm paying $800 for this appraisal. I'm not going to pay for someone to come in and screw me over. That's my thinking. That's my call as a business owner. Some people might think it's fair. Some people may think it's not fair. But based on our conversation, I have not, in the 20 years of me doing this, walked away with a sense of uncertainty like I felt with this older guy who had his mind made up that, this other neighborhood is much better than this. I mean, he didn't have to pull the comps from there, but he's already telling me how he feels about this neighborhood. So I've got $30 million building built right behind us, from High Point University, built a children's museum, but none of that matters. None of that helps affect. We got million. I can look out this window during and throw a rock and hit a $6 million building. But none of that matters to him, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it doesn't. But based on the conversation, I had to make a call. I'm making a call, and I'm standing on it. And this is what I'm telling you guys out there. Take a stand. If you feel that something's not right, and you've put your money, and your time, and your effort into a property, or whatever business that you engage in, you absolutely have the right, to question it, to not accept being subjected to something you think that may be unfair, and I'm not just talking about race or biases or anything. It's anything, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be interest rates. It could be anything. And so I'm willing to take a stance, and I already have a plan B. If someone tries to force feed me to accept something that's coming from it, I already got a plan B. So that's my message to you, man. If you're a business owner and you're engaged in anything, man, be willing to fight for what you know is right, and fair. I'm not asking for anyone to come in and, give me some type of unfair advantage. I'm just asking to be treated fairly. And as a business owner, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for this business, the future of my company, and any investment that I put my money in. Because if it were you guys, meaning, the lenders, if it was their property or if it was the appraiser's property, they would do the same thing. So that's my message for you guys, man. Listen, you absolutely have the right to fight for fairness, to fight for an equal playing field when it's your money, your time, and your effort on the line. It's your boy, man. Take it easy. Later.